Hi, after reading through your sentences, I wanted to make a few comments on conjugating verbs and what those four principal parts, reiterate what those four principal parts are. For example, in English, we have different parts of verbs. For example, let's take a word like break, broke, and broken. We know, for example, that broke and broken, we sort of know intuitively that those are past tense. In other words, we would never say, I broken something. I mean, you will hear little kids do that, but they that's how they learn English. Here's another one. Eat, ate, eaten. I eat. I eat. You eat. You eat pizza. You are eating pizza. We would never in the present tense say, oh, you eaten pizza. Because people would stop and think, oh, wait a minute. That person must mean, have I eaten pizza? No. So, and you will hear either kids or non-native English speakers make that error. So this eaten in Latin English is always in the past tense. And we always reserve these first two things in English for the present tense, these first two principal parts, if you will. Latin, I want to reiterate, is the exact same thing. You have to learn all four principal parts because those are going to be used in the past tense. So amo, amare, amawi, amatum. These are the four principal parts of the Latin verb amo. And just like, now they have four and we have three, but that's fine. Right now, in Latin, in Module 1 and 2 and 3 and so forth, I think only until 3 perhaps, but these two principal parts are used for the present tense. You don't need to worry at all other than memorize them. If I could insist in any way possible, you have to memorize them and start memorizing them now. But amawi and amatum, we are not going to touch, look at, consider. They don't come into play for many, many chapters. Okay? So I'm trying to I'm trying to find a fine line between saying, insisting that you memorize them when you learn your vocabulary versus don't get confused by them, okay? Because right now we are only working with these first two. Now, amo, amare, amawi, amatum. And frankly, any verb I throw in here, any Latin verb at all that I throw in here, this first one is going to be I blank, whatever that is. I love, debeo, I ought, habeo, I have. What are some other ones? Duco, I lead. You haven't had that one, you won't have it for a while. Doesn't matter. It's the first principal part of duco, ducere, duxi, ductum. Whatever I throw up there, whatever Latin you come across, this first principal part right here is always I, and then whatever the word is. Present tense. By the same token, let me finish writing this out. Debeo, debere, debui, debitum. For all other forms of the present, you are going to use this right here. That second principal part. And so from that, now, let me be very, very clear. This second principal part, you don't just slap endings onto it. You have to get to the stem. And by getting to the stem, how you're going to get to the stem is take off the RE. It's a game, and I am explaining it longer than it takes. Ama, debe, duque. This is what we build our endings on. So, amo, amare, amawi, amatum. Amo is I love. Remember, these are your endings. O, sometimes M. Don't worry, we're going to get to that M soon enough. You're thinking, wait a minute, how do I know when to use O and when to use M? Right now we're only using O. O or M, S, T, M-U-S, T-I-S, N-T. First one always goes there. I love, amo. You love. Here, get my stem here. Ama. And put the S on it for you. Ama. Put the T on it for he, she, or it. Amamus. That's the we part. We love. Amatis. Y'all love. Amant. They love. So, I love, just to be consistent, just to finish this out, bear with me. I love, you love, he loves, we love, you love, and they love. So if you want to think about it, this ama business, that's the root of the word. And that lets you know there's some loving going on. And then the ending of it, we put our separate word at the beginning. They put the word at the end. They put an ending at the end. That describes who's doing it. Now, it doesn't make a bit of difference how long the word is or how short it is. Let's do a couple more. Laudo, laudare, laudavi, laudatum. I insist you memorize all four principal parts, but we're not going to worry about these last two right now. Not worried about them. We're worried about the first two. The first one is always I blank, and the second one we use to get the stem. I love, laudo. You love, lauda. There's some lauda-ing going on. Who's doing the praising? You. Singular. Lauda. There's some lauda-ing going on. There's some praising going on. He is praising. Laudamus. There's some lauda-ing going on. Who's doing it? We are. Laudatis. Y'all are. And laudant. And let me use one more word. I'll create a separate page for that. Do. Dare. Dati. Datum. Again, I will insist. You getting the idea? I will insist that you memorize all four principal parts. However, we are only dealing with the first two right now. Do. I give, in this case. Do. Then we're going to get the stem. And it doesn't matter. This is a piddly little tiny stem. Doesn't matter. Da. There's some da-ing going on. Who's doing it? Das. You are. Do. Das. Get my stem. That's my stem. And I put the endings on that. There's some da-ing going on. There's some giving going on. Who's doing that? Dot. He, she, or it. Da. Moose. We are giving. Da. Tis. Y'all are giving. Da. If you could do such a thing. They are giving. I hope that helps. By all means, let me know if you have any questions. But I want to insist, despite the fact that we are not using them, please memorize all four principal parts. It will help you so much. That's it. Have a great day.